And I'll be your host today. I'm here on the event has been put together by Lienzo Events, and this is called the Black Business Networking Expo, where we've got different vendors, all from black businesses, here to expose their stuff and show you guys what they're doing, and we're here to network and get to know everybody. We have a few speakers today. So I'm going to introduce them one by one. The purpose of today is that we're networking with like-minded people, connecting with other black businesses, and we're learning about exciting new products and services. We have amazing brands today showcasing the service over 3 conference rooms. So as you go down, the first one is in the corridor, and then the furthest one is as you go down further, all straight down in a row. If you need any of the staff to show you where the extra rooms are, feel free to grab somebody. Everybody's wearing a badge that actually works for Lienzo services. There you go. We're also here to speak to accomplished speakers who are sharing their experience and words of wisdom with all of us. We hope you're excited that they're all here and sharing some time with you and hope you get inspired by the experiences. In the meantime, we're going to start with our first speaker. This is the lovely Miss Louisa Nkoko, and she's a principal solicitor and she owns Eagle Solicitors over there. If you'd like to give a warm welcome for Louisa, please.
Thank you for the introduction. You're not nervous. Good afternoon, distinguished participants. All protocol duly respected. It gives me great pleasure to be speaking to you all this afternoon. I would like to thank the organizers for putting up this show despite all the challenges we've had recently. I'll start by asking myself the question, why am I here? And my answer is, I'm here because it's Black History Month. I'm here because it's all about black businesses. And why are you all here? You're all here because you're seeking ways to network with one another and also to build the sustainability for your various businesses. I'll start by telling you my own little story. My journey began some years ago, about 12 years ago, when I started working with a firm in Tottenham, a law firm called VLS Solicitors. I became a partner, and soon after getting into the partnership, decided to set up a second office. And at the second office, which was in Bristol, I was there to manage the business. It was at that point then I realized that my passion of being a lawyer could extend and expand into becoming a business person. I then left the partnership a few years later and moved to Southwest London, which is nearer to my home. And when I got there to the firm, an opportunity arose for me to purchase an already existing firm called Eagle Solicitors. And I've been the sole owner for more than 6 years now. Owning a business is quite challenging, but it's also very rewarding, especially coming from the part of the world where we come from. It helps us to teach those in our community that such things are possible. I have a special belief that no human being is born with a particular trade, be it lawyer, teacher, engineers, whatever you call it. We all develop this as we grow, as we become adults. We have various passions. Whatever the passion we have, whatever the thoughts we have, there are various requirements that you must take into consideration while setting up a business. I know so many people have read lots of books about setting up businesses. But if you read all these books and you don't put them into practice, your business will not flourish. I'd like to say in my own little advice in terms of a lawyer point of view that for you to set up a business, either an existing business or you're thinking of setting up a business, you have to think first about the legal requirements that involves that particular service that you want to engage in, be it in the UK or anywhere in the world. There are other requirements such as governing documents for the business. Every business has to have a governing document, and every business has to think about the tax implication. Every business has to also think about insurance if the particular trade you want to get involved in entails you to take up an insurance for liability purposes. And the most important is the human resource law. Most people set up businesses and just hire people and sack them the way they want. But I urge you to look at the law governing employment rules. Another thing which you have to think about is the capital. Capital is the main thing in setting up businesses, and people get discouraged so easily, especially when they start having challenges. For those who do not know, and you live in the UK, there are many councils and charities out there that do offer support for new businesses. The kind of support will range from financial, and if you take up like a financial support, they might give you a very small interest to pay, but it's very handy. Another one is coaching. To have a business coach is very important, because that will help you to look at other successful companies and businesses, and you work with them. I'd like to give you this example of a business. A business is just like having a child. When you have a child, you tend to make sure the child gets everything that the child needs before they become an adult. That will apply to a business. If you set up a business, you don't put in your energy, you don't deal with the things that are necessary for you to sustain this business, the business is doomed to fail. I believe all the giant companies around the world and businesses started just like you and me. They started with a single thought in somebody's head, and they become giant businesses. I would like someone to challenge me that of all the businesses we have around the world, there are very few black businesses which are multinational. We don't tend to sustain our businesses for long. And I think one of the reasons is because of networking. And this is why we need to make sure that this event carries on as long as we can sustain it. I also want to advise you that whatever you do, you also need legal advisors. Please do not engage in anything that will cause serious challenges to your business, because when you start having challenges earlier on in your business, it's quite difficult to make amends. I know when people set up businesses, they expect profits within a short space of time. Some businesses take shorter time to make profit, others take longer time. All you require is patience and hard work. Because out there, most people see the successes of the business. They do not normally see what goes behind closed doors, the energy you put in. I'll stand here today to say, please, let's start supporting our black businesses. Let's start signposting other businesses to where it is necessary. Sometimes people set up businesses in communities, but they do not know the community they live in. We need to get involved in our communities. Maybe by volunteering. Like me standing here, I volunteer in my local law center in Kingston-upon-Thames twice a month, every Tuesday, every other Tuesday a month. And it's very necessary. So we cannot just set up a business and sit back and think people will come there and promote our business. We need to go out there, introduce ourselves to the community we are actually serving, and let them know that we are there, and we have to engage in various aspects. There are so many things you can volunteer your services and make yourself known. I will thank you all for listening to me this afternoon, and I will say long live Black businesses, long live the organizers, and long live Black History Month. Thank you all.